Yo, what is up, everybody? It's your boy Anime Rules back again with another video. I'm not even gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna get straight into the what if. I'm not gonna say nothing. Alright. Just let's get to this. So the name of this what if is about to be what if Naruto was the sword demon. Alright, guys. So pretty much I gotta break down some things. So, pretty much terminologies that I'm gonna be using throughout the what if. I'm getting those out the way now in case if I forget to mention it to you guys later on. So, when I say key, pretty sure everybody knows that that's killer intent. Now, sword key is something completely different. When I say sword key, I am talking about his pressure. Like, think of it like spiritual pressure from Bleach, kind of. Okay. We have key, sword key. Boom. Those two is out the way. Now, chakra, we all know what chakra is. Sword energy is completely different from chakra. The sword energy is based off of your proficiency with the sword. Okay. That is out the way. Boom. Those are the two things that I wanted you guys to know now, because those will be the two main terminologies that I will be using throughout this entire series. And look, I will finish this series. Alright. Now, we're going to get straight into this video. So, this video takes place, well, it starts off 6 to 7 months after Naruto's birth. The Nine Tails were sealed into him. Minato, Kushina, they're already dead. Sarutobi is currently watching after Naruto. As the door to the Hokage's office would open, we see a baby in a cradle to the side of the wall, as Sarutobi's been wanting to keep a close eye on Naruto. As the door would swing open, we would see one of our favorite characters walk into the room, Jiraiya. As Jiraiya says, long time no see, old man. As Sarutobi says, well, you're getting pretty old yourself, huh, Jiraiya? As Jiraiya says, oh, not really, I'm just in my 40s. I'm not that old. As Jiraiya would sit down and start to catch up with Sarutobi. Sarutobi would ask Jiraiya, so, what is it that you came here for? As Jiraiya would say, well, I heard about the attack on the village, and I also heard about what happened to Minato and Kushina. And a promise that I made to Minato a long time ago, when he was still way before he was the Hokage. He asked me if he was to ever die in battle or any other way, that I would watch my godson or his son, Naruto. As I'm here to take up on that promise that I made to my student. As Sarutobi says, so, you want to take the boy in, Jiraiya? You know that's pretty dangerous with your spy network. And you're traveling from nation to nation. As Jiraiya says, well, it would be, but I have somebody that can watch Naruto, or could help with the spy network while I travel with Naruto and show him the world, show him around. As Sarutobi says, and who is this person? As Jiraiya would say, he's an acquaintance of mine. He's from a land outside of the Ninja Nations, just a tiny village, but he is really strong. As Sarutobi senses that Jiraiya isn't telling the full truth as he just goes on with what Jiraiya's saying though. As Sarutobi says, well, once the boy turns 2, you can take him with you. At least let the boy learn how to walk and talk first. As Jiraiya says, that's fine, but I will be staying inside of the village for the next couple of years. As Sarutobi's like, you sure you can do that with your spy network and everything? As Jiraiya says, I promise you, Sensei, it's going to be fine. As we flash by, we see Jiraiya spending time with his godson Naruto. Naruto growing up fairly happily as Jiraiya, after that law, like after Sarutobi announced what happened to Naruto and stuff like that, and seeing like the looks and stuff when he's out playing with Naruto, Jiraiya didn't play that. The second somebody glared at Naruto, their head was off. Jiraiya didn't play that, as Jiraiya was really overprotective of Naruto. As once Naruto's second birthday hit, second birthday hit, Jiraiya packed up his stuff as Naruto, not knowing what's going on, but he's a child, he don't really care what's going on, would just be playing with his toys as Jiraiya's packing up the stuff. As Sarutobi would be there helping Jiraiya. As Sarutobi would say, so Jiraiya, you're going to keep in contact with me, right? Yeah, every like couple of months we're going to come back and check in with you and stay in the village for a few weeks. As Sarutobi's like, okay, that sounds great, perfect. As Jiraiya would finish packing up Naruto's stuff, as Jiraiya would be carrying Naruto because he sealed up all of this stuff into a stroke. As Jiraiya would be carrying Naruto inside of one arm, and we would see a carriage outside of the village. As this carriage would be driven by a man with brown hair but crystalline eyes. As this man would be the acquaintance Jiraiya was talking about, and his name is Yamamoto. As Yamamoto would drive the carriage off. As we would time skip 2 to 3 months later, we see Naruto playing, running around the trees as Jiraiya is trying to feed him his food. As Yamamoto would catch Naruto as he's laughing, having fun. As Yamamoto would then feel a sharp pain in his chest as he would cough up a tiny bit of blood. As Naruto seeing this, not really knowing, he thinking he's just playing with him as Naruto's laughing. But Jiraiya says, Yamamoto, is it happening again? As Yamamoto says, yeah. As Jiraiya sits Naruto down, and he says, Naruto, sit here and eat your food. If you do, then tomorrow you can have all the ramen you want. As Naruto says, okay, as he sits there and eat his chicken and rice and vegetables. As Yamamoto and Jiraiya goes a few feet back to talk. As Jiraiya says, so, how much time left is it? As Yamamoto would say, I have around 7 to 8 years, give or take, but it's still a decent amount of time since I've been here for 10 years now. As Jiraiya's like, yeah, man, have you still been getting those dreams about the new world? As Yamamoto would say, no, I haven't. Ever since I came through that rift from the new world to here, and I landed inside of that village, I've just felt different. And then, as you know, a few years back, I got that vision of a great evil from the new world coming here. I haven't got none since. But you know why. But I do know why you had me accompany you with your godson. You want me to train him. Is that right, Jiraiya? Yes. And I kind of have somebody else that I want to train him too, as he was a student of my student. And I feel like he would have a good bond with Naruto, as Jiraiya looks over seeing Naruto laid out just sleeping after he ate his food, as Jiraiya's like, so when Naruto turns 5, we should start training him. As Yamamoto says, yeah, 5. That sounds about right. Since then, he would be able to understand what I would be teaching him. As we would skip over to the village, as Sarutobi would be reading a letter, as he calls in one of his Jonin. As this Jonin has grayish white hair that defies gravity, Kakashi. As we see Kakashi with his little blindfold on and his mask, as Kakashi says, yes, Hokage-sama. As Sarutobi would say, Kakashi, I have, well, it's not a mission, but it is a request that I have for you. For the next 7 to 8 years, you will somewhat not be a ninja for Konoha. You'll still be a ninja, but you won't be in duty. You see, I need you to train someone you'll love quite specially, as this someone would be your sensei son, Naruto. As Kakashi's eyes glisten as he hears sensei, as he would get a flash of all the good memories he had with him, Obito, and Rin. As Kakashi would say, well, that's fine with me, Lord Hokage. When do I start? As Sarutobi would say, well, you leave tomorrow. They're about a few miles west towards a tiny village called the Village of Earth. It's like a armor making village. You'll notice it when you get there. It's not in the map since it's a newer village, but you'll know what it looks like when you get there, Kakashi. As Kakashi says, yes sir. As time skip to when Naruto's 4, so 2 years have passed, and we see Naruto playing with Yamamoto, Kakashi, and Jiraiya. As Naruto stops and asks Jiraiya what is he gonna get him for his 5th birthday. As Jiraiya asks Naruto what does he want, as Naruto says he wants a sword, as he sees Yamamoto with one, and he highly admires Yamamoto and Jiraiya. He sees Kakashi like a brother, as he calls Kakashi big brother. As Jiraiya says, wow, it's kind of ironic, as he looks towards Yamamoto. As Yamamoto says it is, as 2 weeks later, it'll be Naruto's birthday. As Naruto would unwrap his gift, as they're inside of a inn for his birthday. It's a really fancy inn. As Naruto would unwrap his presents, as he got a wooden sword from Jiraiya and Yamamoto, as Kakashi got him a wallet, a frog wallet, as Naruto would thank them for the gifts, and Naruto would pick up his sword and start swinging it as he hits Jiraiya, as Jiraiya says, ow, that hurts. As Naruto laughs, seeing his godfather in pain. As Naruto would say, GD, you okay? GD, not GG, my bad. GD, forgot that. As he says, GD, you okay? As Jiraiya like, no, that hurts. As Naruto would laugh and run around with the sword swinging it as Kakashi would stop him. As Kakashi says, Naruto, you're a bit hyper. I think you should go to sleep for the night. As Naruto said, okay, as he goes upstairs and changes into his pajamas and go to sleep. As we skip to midnight, Naruto went to bed around 10, 11, pretty late for a child. As we would skip to midnight, we would hear Kakashi, Jiraiya, and Yamamoto going over Naruto's training regimen for the next 5-ish to 6 years. As Jiraiya would say, well, first off, we need to get him under the basics, chakra control and other stuff. As Yamamoto would say, other stuff such as, well, the basics, like get him used to using chakra, and then if he has that technique, we can teach him how to control that. And we can also teach him from a young age some basic jutsus that'll help him out later on. As Kakashi would say, yeah, true. And based off of his elemental release, I could teach him some jutsu that I have picked up over the years. As Kakashi is still the copy ninja, he's just out training Naruto. As Yamamoto would say, and of course it'll be up to me to teach him Kenjutsu. As Jiraiya would say, if Naruto really takes this in and he becomes his peak, Naruto could be one of the strongest shinobis ever. As Yamamoto and Kakashi will both nod their heads. As they'll say, alright, well, we know what we're gonna do. Tomorrow we're gonna tell him and start him off slowly. As we will skip to the next day, as we will see Naruto sitting down. It's around 10 a.m., so it is fairly early. We will see Naruto sitting down. He had just eaten his breakfast. As we see Kakashi, Jiraiya, and Yamamoto as they're standing around Naruto. As Jiraiya says, Naruto, we have something to talk to you about. As Naruto says, oh, what is it, GD? As Jiraiya would say, well, you know how cool me, Yamamoto, and Kakashi is? As Naruto's like, yeah, well, we're gonna train you so you can be just as cool as we are. As Naruto's like, you're gonna train me? As Yamamoto would step in and say, yes, we're gonna train you to be a fine shinobi, Naruto. As Naruto would say, shinobi. Yes, a ninja, Naruto. Where in this world we are in, Naruto, there's people known as ninjas or shinobi. They use these arts known as ninjutsu to fight and to help people. As Naruto says ninjutsu, as Kakashi will say, yes, Naruto. And ninjutsu isn't the only thing. As Naruto's sitting there taking this all in, Naruto has a pretty good memory. He grasps things the first or second time being told, and it only takes him a few times before he can rememorize something. As Naruto says, okay, that sounds cool. As Kakashi says, tell me what I just told you. As Naruto would say, well, first you told me about ninjutsu and how ninjutsu isn't the only thing people use. They use Kenjutsu, which is the art of the sword, Genjutsu, which is the art of using illusions, Taijutsu, which is pretty much fighting with your bare hands. Right, Naruto, you got it. As as Naruto would get happy as Kakashi says, good. Now, Naruto, today we're going to be starting you off with just basic physical training before we can get you into any ninjutsu, genjutsu, taijutsu, or kenjutsu training. As Naruto says, okay. As Kakashi would say, all right. Well, we're gonna run around this field, Naruto, and I'm gonna run with you to help you, okay? As Naruto says, okay. As Naruto and Kakashi would be running around the field. As Naruto's tired, but his stamina rejuvenates really fast because of his special guest. As Kakashi's like, wow, such a vast amount of stamina. Jeez. When I was his age, I would have been passed out by now. As Kakashi's out of breath. As Naruto say, what else? What else? This is fun. As Kakashi would say, well, we're going to be doing push-ups and sit-ups and jumping jacks and pull-ups. As they would start working out. As over the next 6 months, Naruto has been getting pretty conditioned. As right now, he's, I'll say, decent level to where he could probably, in civilian level, he could take on a grown male. With, he's not ninja level yet, but he could take down a grown male civilian. As Naruto's body is pretty lean and cut to be a child, especially one of 5 years old. As Naruto says, hey big bro, I'm tired of doing these running exercises, teach me some cool jutsu. As Kakashi says, you're not ready for jutsu yet, Naruto. As Naruto says, why? As Kakashi says, you're just not ready yet. As later on that day, we would see Jiraiya Yamamoto getting drunk as Kakashi's in the corner reading his book. As Naruto would be reading a book too, trying to imitate Kakashi, but he's not reading Ichi Ichi. But he is in the corner reading a book with Kakashi as Yamamoto would try to bring Kakashi over a drink. As yes, Naruto is in the bar, but he's towards the back. He's nowhere near the alcohol. So that's the only reason why he's still in there. Because he's not near any alcohol, and plus Kakashi's near him, and Kakashi hasn't been drinking. Okay, now Yamamoto attempts to bring Kakashi some alcohol, but Kakashi declines it, saying this book is too good for me to drink and probably lose my place. As Jiraiya's like, come on Kakashi, don't be such a stick up, man. As Kakashi says, one drink, that's it, because I still have to watch Naruto. As Naruto's there eating some dino nuggets or something. As Kakashi takes a drink, as next thing you know, 5 drinks later, 10 drinks later, Kakashi's hammered. Alongside Yamamoto and Jiraiya, who has been racing to see who can drink the most, as they're probably the most. These people were communicating through some kind of jutsu, as this jutsu would allow them to talk without being heard. As these people would say, see that? Not only is it Jiraiya, but it's Yamamoto, the moon god, and Kakashi, the copy ninja, and they all look to be pretty drunk. If we could capture them, dead or alive, we'll make a big bounty. And then that child, just dispose of him. As the ninjas will all say, alright. As next thing you know, an attack was launched. As since Kakashi and everybody's intoxicated, they're not really at their full strength. As Kakashi would barely dodge a hit. As Naruto would try to run towards Kakashi, as one of the I was about to say something. But one of the ninjas kick him out the way. As Naruto gets kicked pretty hard, he gets flying into a tree. as Naruto coughs up some blood, as Yamamoto says, damn it, of course the one night we decided to get drunk, there's some bloody bandits, as Yamamoto would summon a sword out of nowhere, as these dudes were like, wait, where where did the sword come from? As Yamamoto would dash towards enemy ninja that had goggles over his eyes, as he's wearing black pants, green shoes, and yellow shirt. As Yamamoto would slash towards the guy, but his perception being a bit off, he slashed over the guy's head instead of taking off the guy's neck. He takes off a few chunks of hair. As Naruto is just scared, he's like, what is going on? As he sees Jiraiya get stabbed, as he thinks Jiraiya had just died. But next thing you know, a wooden log pops up. As Naruto, all of this is rushing through his head. He doesn't know what's going on. As Naruto's emotions start to swell up, he doesn't know. Did he just die? Did he not just die? What? Everything is just so... It's just moving so fast. He doesn't know what to think. He doesn't know what to do. As Naruto's perception of time starts to slow down. As Naruto, like, what's going on? Why is everybody running so slow? As the ninjas would feel something they think is not human. It's a demon, wherever this is coming from. As Jiraiya would look over to Naruto, as he sees Naruto's eyes glowing red, as Jiraiya says, so he does have it. As the ninjas is frozen in fear, as they're bleeding from their mouths just from the ki that's in the air. As Jiraiya and Kakashi was able to dispatch the ninjas, as Yamamoto checks on Naruto, as he sees Naruto's eyes, they're red, as the veins in his eyes start to pulsate, as Naruto's seeing everything, it's all in slow motion. By the time that he realizes Yamamoto's touching him, his vision has finally caught up to him. As Naruto's eyes start to bleed a little bit, as Naruto's perception comes back to normal, as his eyes fade back to blue. As Naruto's like, what just happened? Why was everything so slow? I thought you was dead. What? As Yamamoto says, Naruto, right now isn't the right time to talk about this. We'll speak about this tomorrow, Naruto. You just need some rest. As he sees Naruto's eyes bleeding, as Naruto passes out right when he says rest. As Kakashi says, what was that, sensei? As Jiraiya would say, it's a rare bloodline, a dojutsu, passed down from generations and generations ago through the Uzumakis. You see, once upon a time, the Nine Tails took on a human form, and he made it with some humans and had children. And the humans he just happened to mate with was Uzumakis, one of the strongest clans next to the Senjus and the Uchihas. As some of these children of the Nine Tails not only had tremendous power, but also gained a dojutsu called the Eye of the Fox. As the abilities, as I only know a few of the abilities, but it's said once the eye is awakened, once you grasp the true power of the fox, so you have to be a Jinchuriki. This eye is probably stronger than the legendary eye of the sage, but it's only rumors. I'm pretty sure it's not. As Kakashi says, what is the abilities that you know? As Jiraiya would say, a skilled user of the fox's eye has a genjutsu. A genjutsu that takes the sense of direction and time. As somebody tries to swing left, they look right. it pretty much reverses everything. If you want to look up, you gotta look down to look up. As Kakashi type, so it's a sensory type in jutsu. It messes with your senses, yes. And then it also has the innate ability to detect bloodlust, as I got to witness that one firsthand from Kushina, as she had it, but she wasn't able to awaken it. She only could use one of the abilities too, as the fox would prohibit her from using any other one, as that ability is activated on its own. Anytime any amount of bloodlust is picked up, the eye will automatically activate and pinpoint where that bloodlust is coming from. The other ability that I know is to be able to slow down the user's perception of time, kind of making it like a Sharingan, but instead of looking into the future, it slows things down. But that could be a little bit of a double-edged sword if you don't have good reflexes, as once it's awakened, it's probably 10 times better. As Kakashi's like, wow, that dojutsu sounds similar to a base Sharingan. As Jiraiya like, it does sound like it, right? As as Yamamoto's like, after today, we cannot leave our guards down, and we must train Naruto and tell him his secret, both of his secrets. As Jiraiya like, yeah, I was going to save that till he became a shinobi, but I think it's better that he learns this now. As we will time skip to the next day, as Naruto wakes up, he immediately wakes up Jiraiya, as he says, "GD, please tell me what happened last night." As Jiraiya knew Naruto was probably going to wake him up, as he wakes up Kakashi and Yamamoto, as they all fully wake up, as they start to explain to Naruto what happened, as they explain that the ninjas were after a bounty that was on their head, and they wanted to take them away from you so they can claim this bounty. As Naruto's like, a bounty? So you guys are wanted for money? Yes. And also, I'm guessing last night when your eyes started hurting, something weird happened, right? Yeah, so everybody was moving super slow. I don't know what that was, as Jiraiya would sit down and explain what Naruto had. He had a dojutsu. His dojutsu was called the Fox's Eye, as he explains to Naruto what it is, and he also tells Naruto about his little friend, as Naruto would remember the story that Kakashi told him, as Naruto like, wait, didn't the Nine Tails get sealed the day of my birthday? Well, not get sealed, get killed, my bad. Get killed the day of my birthday? As Jiraiya's like, you cannot kill it, Naruto. The Nine Tails is a bundle of chakra. If the user dies, the Nine Tails is just reborn, as the fourth Hokage had to seal it into you because you was the only child born that day. As Yamamoto would look at Jiraiya with a serious look in his eyes, as Jiraiya would nod, as Jiraiya would say, there's one more thing I have to tell you, Naruto. You've been asking me about your parents. As Naruto's like, you're finally gonna tell me about my mom and dad? As Jiraiya's like, yes. As you know, your mother and father were great heroes that died to protect the village. But I didn't tell you exactly who they were. As you know, your mother was Uzumaki, as I told you before. Your mother's name was Kushina Uzumaki, otherwise known as the Red Hot Habanero by her friends and the Red Death by her enemies. As she was the wife to the Yandame Hokage, or the fourth Hokage, your father, Naruto. You are the legacy of the fourth Hokage. As Naruto's eyes would widen as things start to click in his head. The reason why my father sealed the nine-tailed enemy wasn't because I was the only baby. It was because I was his son. Isn't that right, GD? As Jiraiya would say, yes, it's true, Naruto. And I don't want you to hate your father for it. He thought that you could use the power to protect the village. As Naruto's like, I don't hate him. He's giving me no reason to hate him. Nobody hates me. Everybody likes me from what I could tell. You guys don't hate me, do you? Jiraiya says, no, we don't hate you, Naruto. We all love you. As Naruto's like, so what is it? What is there for me to hate him for? All he did was give me something else to train for, to become the strongest in the world. As Jiraiya gets a smirk on his face, as he says, you want to become the strongest? We'll make you the strongest, Naruto. As we would time skip. We would time skip 6 years. As Naruto would be sparring with Yamamoto. As Yamamoto's hair has fully came out, Yamamoto's bald. As his face is getting real pale. As Naruto would already know that Yamamoto had some kind of sickness, but he did not know the full truth. As Yamamoto would pause the spar as he says, Naruto, you are allowed to use your moonlight style. As Naruto would say, really? I can use moonlight technique? After all this time, I can actually use it? As Yamamoto's like, yes, Naruto, you can use it. As Naruto's like, perfect. As Yamamoto says, the second I draw my blade, the spar will begin. As Naruto's like, well, hurry up and draw it. As Yamamoto draws his sword, as the second the sword is out of the sheath, Naruto says, moonlight style, 5th technique, quick draw. As Naruto would blitz off in incredible speed as he comes for Yamamoto's sword. As Yamamoto would parry the attack as they're going back and forth. The seventh technique, Blossom of the Falling Moons. As Naruto sends a bunch of crescent attacks using his sword energy towards Yamamoto. As the hours would go on and all you see is the glistening lights. It's as if every time they slash your swords, there's a trail of crescent moons going behind them with a purple streak. As the hours would go on and hours till the next day, as they're still sparring, Naruto has incredible endurance. As over this time, Naruto has actually not awakened but mastered his base Dojutsu. As Naruto became good friends with the Kyuubi. As we would have a flashback kind of to when Naruto was 7. As Naruto would be in his mindscape as he had just passed out due to chakra exhaustion. As Naruto would see the fox. As the fox would try to scare Naruto. As Naruto thinks, you think I'm scared of you? You big dummy. All you is a giant fur ball with a bunch of teeth. As the Kyuubi would say, you dare tempt me, human? As Naruto's like, why do you seem so mad when you're so nice? As the Kyuubi's like, what are you talking about, boy? As Naruto's like, you heard me. Why do you act so mean when you're actually a nice person? As the Kyuubi is dumbstruck. What are you talking about, kid? As Naruto says, I met plenty of mean people traveling with GD and Big Brother. But you're not evil. You just act like you're evil to make people scared of you. But you're just a big softie. As Dakayubi grinned, as he would think this boy is interesting. He also has a good grasp over my technique and my dojutsu. As Dakayubi would say, "Boy, what is your name?" As Naruto would say, "You should know that since you're in my body. But my name's Naruto Uzumaki. Believe it. Drill it into that big fox brain of yours. Cause one day I'ma free you and you'll never be locked up again." As that's when Dakayubi gets a huge smirk on his face. As Dakayubi reaches his paw through the cage as he says, "Boy, I have quite the interest in you." As Naruto would place his hand onto the paw, as now we would time skip back into the spar. As Naruto's eyes are red as he's tracking Yamamoto's movements. Now, Naruto, to be able to keep up with Yamamoto's movements, even while Yamamoto is holding himself back, is impressive. As Yamamoto is one of the strongest swordsmen known to the Naruto history, known to anime history. Jeez, he's stronger than Zoro, like the strongest swordsman. As Naruto being able to keep up with him, while even though he's holding himself back, still, that's impressive. As Yamamoto would stop fighting Naruto, as Naruto would be like, "What's wrong, old man? The fight was getting good." As Yamamoto would sit down as he felt a pain again. As Yamamoto would tell Naruto to sit down next to him. As Yamamoto would say, "Naruto, you're 12 years old now. Well, you're turning 12 in a couple weeks. I don't have much longer to live." As Naruto said, "I figured that you're getting really pale and you look sickly." As Yamamoto would say, "There is something that I want you to know about me, but right now isn't the time because of the enemies that I have. When you was younger, we wasn't supposed to tell you the secret about your father because of his enemies, but it was because of us protecting you, Naruto, that we still told you the secret anyways." As Naruto's like, "Right." As, oh yeah, I forgot to mention, Naruto has white hair now. And I'm gonna get into that after this, but yeah. As Naruto would be like, "Yeah." As Naruto would say, "How much time do you have left?" As he says, "I say about a week. The intensive amounts of training probably decreased my lifespan." Naruto would kind of feel bad as he feels like it's somewhat his fault for limiting Yamamoto's lifespan. As Naruto says, "I'm sorry." As Yamamoto says, "Don't be. It's not your fault. I wanted to train you, Naruto. I don't want you to feel like it's your fault because of me. It's your fault that I'm gonna die soon." As Naruto say, "I know, but I still feel bad either way." As we will see Kakashi and Jiraiya behind the tree listening, as Yamamoto would say, "Naruto, pretty soon you're gonna go back to the village again." As he's like, are we gonna be staying at the Hyuga compound or the Uchiha compound?" As it's been a couple years since Naruto's been to the village, but he has been keeping in contact with the Hokage. As he's like, "No, Naruto, you're going to be starting your academy. You're starting fairly late, but since you're turning 12 soon, and you're probably stronger than all of them, you'll be able to graduate with people that's been there the whole time. And plus, it's not like nobody knows you since you have visited the village a bunch, and the people already know your legacy. So, I mean, yeah, that is true." As Naruto would say, "So, when are we going to the village? Trying to take the take the conversation off of Yamamoto's death. We're leaving tonight. As Naruto's like, tonight? Really? That fast? As Yamamoto's like, yep. And also, I have a gift that I'm gonna give you, but I'm gonna give it to you the day you enter the academy. As Naruto's like, okay. As we will time skip to a conversation between between Jiraiya, Yamamoto, and Kakashi. As Kakashi says, Yamamoto, why did you lie to Naruto? As Jiraiya's like, yeah, you know you don't have a week. You know you only have 2 days to live. As he's like, I know, that's why I want to give Naruto this gift before I die. As Yamamoto would cough up some blood. As he also says, Jiraiya, this is for you. In 1 year's time, I need you to open this. Don't open it no earlier, don't open it no later. In 1 year's time, open this scroll. Because then Naruto would most likely be prepared to learn what's in it. And also there's some stuff particularly for you in there. As Kakashi would say, Yamamoto, I might not know you that personally, even though we've known each other for a few years. You never really talk much, but we have had some good moments. As Kakashi's like, the next couple of days I won't be there with you. As you know, I'm going to be with Naruto. As Yamamoto says, it's fine, Kakashi. You made a good travel experience for me in this world. And so has Jiraiya. As the time skip to the next day. As Sarutobi has enrolled Naruto into the academy. As Naruto's in Sarutobi's office the night before he enters the academy. As Naruto would say, hey Gigi, why haven't I inherited none of my father's riches or his mansion or estate or any of that? Well, that's because you're not a chunin yet, Naruto. You're not even a ninja. Once Minato's assets get transferred to you, then you'll also inherit his enemies. You see, your legacy has only been kept within Konoha. If you were to inherit his assets, that'll spread to enemy nations, especially the stone. As Naruto's like, yeah, I might be strong, but I'm not strong enough to take on the whole enemy nation. As Sarutobi's like, glad you see that, Naruto. You're not strong enough. As Naruto would be like, well, can I at least get something as anything from my father? As Sarutobi would say, well, since you are his legacy, his son, you are held in a higher respect. And I'm shocked you didn't notice this, but you have your own personal Anbu. You have 5 Anbu assigned to you, and they're going to be your personal Anbu either until they die or until you die. As Naruto's like, what? As Sarutobi would say, all you have to do is say Anbu. As Naruto says Anbu, as 5 Anbu appear. One of them has a duck mask, one of them has a turtle mask, one of them has a falcon mask, one of them has a ferret mask, and one of them has an eagle mask. As Naruto's like, take off your mask. As they all look towards Sarutobi, as he nods his head yes. As they all take off their mask. As Naruto would say, introduce yourself. As the falcon mask would say, her name is Shoka. Eagle mask would say his name is Terry. Ferret mask would say his name is Jonathan. Turtle mask would say his name is Michael. And the other one says that he doesn't have a name, and his name is whatever Naruto says. As Naruto says, I'll name you. What do I want to name you? How about Rega? That sounds like a nice name. Naruto, that's already somebody's name. As Naruto's like, oh, how about Kudomaru? That's probably already somebody's name, Naruto. Okay, how about Samson? Your name is Samson. I know there's nobody named Samson. As he's like, I will gladly accept the name Samson. As Naruto's like, boom, perfect. Now I know all of you guys. It was good meeting you for the first time ever. But you guys don't happen to watch me in the bathrooms, right? That'll be a bit weird. No, we do give you personal space and shower rings when you're sleeping, but we do guard your door when you're sleeping. Showering, bathroom, sleeping, bathing, stuff like that. We give you your personal space. As Naruto's like, that's good. Thank you. As he's like, well, that's all. You guys can go do what you guys need to do. As they all vanish. As Sarto was like, well, is that good enough for now, Naruto? As Naruto would say, yes, that is. As Naruto would leave, as he would see Yamamoto and Jiraiya, as Kakashi would be preparing himself to pick up his role as a Jonin again. As we would see Yamamoto as he has something in the shape of a sword. As Yamamoto would hand this to Naruto saying, this is your gift. I'm giving it to you early because we are leaving earlier than we wanted to. But this is your gift. It's crafted by a good friend of mine. As Naruto would unwrap it knowing that it's a sword. As he would take out the sword, as Naruto would see it, it's white. It has a white hilt with gold wrapped around it, as the sword is like a white silver color with a gold edge. As Naruto's like, wow, what is this blade called? As Yamamoto says, that's for you to name, Naruto. As Naruto would think, as he says, I've been reading this thing, maybe I'll name it after that. As he's like, what are you going to name it? As Naruto would say, as Naruto names his blade Dawn Blade. As Yamamoto says, that is a perfect name for this blade, Naruto. As Naruto's like, thank you so much. As he gives Yamamoto a hug. As Yamamoto says, well, that's not it. I have one more gift for you. As Naruto's like, what is it? As Yamamoto takes the sword from off his back and gives it to Naruto. As Naruto's like, no way. As this sword has a blue hilt with silver accents. As the blade is black and silver. As Naruto's like, there's no way you're giving me the Yakashi. As Yamamoto's like, I am giving you the Yakashi. As Naruto's like, what are you gonna use? As he's like, I have a sword from an old friend of mine that I'm gonna be using to protect myself until I inevitably pass in 1 week. As Naruto's like, I don't know how to thank you, Yamato. Knowing what's gonna happen, it's just, as Yamamoto would say, don't worry about it, Naruto. All I need you to do is to carry my legacy, carry the way of a sword master. As Naruto says, I will. As Naruto would give him a hug as he would leave. And that's where I'm going to leave this video off. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's getting pretty late, but if you guys enjoyed this one, let's get it to 5 likes. Hopefully, if anybody watches my videos anymore. But let's get it to 5 likes, and I will drop part 2. Yeah, hope you guys loved it, and have a damn good day. Peace.